Friends, welcome back to the Brave New Wear Show. My name's Christian. Now, I don't love producing a lot of pandemic-related content. I think you guys come on here to hang out, to chill, to lean back. But I feel like this subject was worth mentioning and something that I wanted to cover, I wanted to get out in front of, you know? Governor Andrew Cuomo made a mandate that everybody who goes outside and can't participate in social distancing will need to wear some type of mask or face covering. This is a necessity, you know? We will need to wear masks right now to protect the other people we're interacting with, but that doesn't mean that there isn't the opportunity to wear what you want to wear. We have to wear a jacket when we're outside to be warm, so why not make some choices when we're wearing a mask? So like masks, it's looking like they're here to stay for right now until we have widespread testing or a vaccine. Here's the disclaimer, guys. Before you make any decisions in terms of what you should do for your health and everyone else's health, please refer to the CDC. Please refer to the World Health Organization. Go to those websites before you make any decisions. Consider this an episode for your own entertainment and potentially inspiration. But after you read up basically from the scientists, I hope you will be inspired. And in the links below, check out the links that I put in the description. I listed a bunch of items that I found on Amazon that will ship relatively quickly if you're in the US. So I hope you guys will check those out. There's some cool options that aren't that expensive. But let's get into it. I wanted to start off with that caveat that, listen, if you're gonna make any decisions, I really hope you look to reputable scientific sources first, please. But as far as I understand, based on what I've been reading, basically the logic behind wearing a mask outside is this. This virus exists in our saliva. So if you're breathing, tiny little fluid particles are coming out of your mouth and your nose. The idea behind wearing some kind of face covering is if you're covering your face, you're preventing those particles from spreading everywhere when you go outside. So this isn't like an N95 mask that is hopefully preventing virus from coming in. Essentially, the idea is if we're going to be outside, everybody needs to cover their face to prevent the spread further, because you could A, be asymptomatic, which apparently could be very popular. It could be very popular. Or B, you're incubating the virus, you have no symptoms yet. If that is essentially the parameters that we're looking at, and that's why you can make like a simple cloth mask, there are a lot of options that we can make or utilize that don't necessarily have to be medical grade. We're still performing our duties as a citizen, we're still protecting others, but we're making a choice about what we're gonna wear on our face. So number one, and the one that I really like, is bandanas. Bandanas are a cool option. Here is my skull bandana that I got from Caroline, but you could also go with something a little more classic. Well, I have like a paisley one, but this is another Caroline option. This like kind of floral deal. And I know when you wear it, you're gonna look like a bandito, you're gonna look like a robber, but I mean, honestly, guys, that's kind of cool. Let's be real, that's kind of cool to look that way. And you're not doing it to rob a bank, you're doing it for everyone else. The reason that I like this is they're relatively easy to put on, they're easy to wash, they're easy to wear, and you know, it's like, this is what dystopia looks like. If this is a dystopian timeline, we might as well live it up. So a bandana is easy to put on, it stays on, and you probably have a bandana. In the description, I linked to some Levi's bandanas that are relatively cheap, and that seems like a cool option to me. I mean, Levi's knows what they're doing when it comes to cotton. I would definitely check those out. They have a lot of like classic paisley bandanas in a lot of colors, so, and it's relatively cheap. Next on the list is the silk scarf. So what I've got here, I'm borrowing this from my mom. It's a Ralph Lauren scarf. And of course, you know, you can wear it around your neck. There's always the option to be a babushka boy. Shout out to A$AP Rocky. But what I was thinking is, if you were already babushking it up, it wouldn't be that hard to wear it around your face. Now, obviously, two things. Remember, you gotta cover your nose, you gotta cover your mouth. It's gotta be something that stays on nice and tight. And maybe, ideally, you might want to get something that you could wash easily. So like, the cotton bandanas are good. This is, you know, maybe this is your evening. This is your nice face mask. California is talking about if they reopen restaurants anytime soon, the waiters are gonna be wearing masks and have gloves. It's real crazy out. So if that's the case, I mean, we might see a reality for a year or 2 years, very possible, where we have to wear masks. Maybe this is your nice going out mask. Number 3 on the list, I put neck gaiters. I don't have any on me right now, but there are a lot of options on Amazon. Check out the links that I provided. I think neck gaiters are an interesting choice because I think that, one, they might be one of the easiest masks to wear. It seems like the kind of thing you can put on your face and you're gonna be worried about it falling off. Number 2, they seem relatively affordable. I found like packs of them. So that seems pretty convenient. Like you could buy a pack of 5 and then like wash one and wear another. And the third is there are some kind of cool options. I do have some links to some cool Realtree neck gaiters. I think that there's always something kind of interesting and cool about linking what you wear to something that's real and authentic. And something you guys, we should probably keep in mind is it's almost May, it's gonna be June, July, August. The options for what we use to cover our face, it might be better if we wear something a little breathable, a little less hot. There are some neck gaiters that are, you know, ideally designed to keep you warm. If you have certain types of scarves that aren't like the square scarf or like bandanas that I was showing off, like kind of like a Lawrence of Arabia kind of scarf, I think that would be kind of cool, especially as it gets hotter. Because, I mean, the reason that people wear those types of scarves, that garment in hot climates in like the Middle East, I presume is A, because you're keeping the sun off of your neck and head, and B, if movies are anything to go by, sandstorms. Chad, do you hear me on? What, Chad? We're really wrecking the footage. You should also take a moment to point out streetwear masks. If we're assuming that these masks don't need to be medical grade, Off-White and Bape and other brands have been producing for years now would be completely legitimate. In Asia, covering your face when you're sick has been culturally standard for a while, and those masks have already been something that people bought and wore. Even obviously it wasn't as popular as it is right now, but there was an interesting article on High Snobiety, I think it came out today or yesterday, where they're talking about how, unsurprisingly, the price of those masks on StockX are increasing rapidly. The article had some kind of like clickbaity title that like, will masks surpass sneakers in like the resale market? Obviously not, but it's interesting to think about or to consider that realistically, this virus isn't going away until there is a vaccine or just crowd immunity, which isn't going to happen for like 2 years. Like, how are we going to wear face coverings? What is like the fashion implications of that? Because it's not exactly going away. It's kind of going to be here for a second. Chad, you're wrecking my video, Chad. Ow. Ouchie. Get your nails out of me! Sorry, Chad. If you could just be calm with me, maybe.